Hello, it's been a tiring day, but a successful one, I believe, because I set one goal for myself and I completed it. So today is the 5th of the 6th month, which is June. So 5 days into our 12-year week goal, and I've not done anything about that. That's okay. We have 3 days, just some housekeeping. We have 3 days left until I'm able to watch One Piece again, which is very, very pleasing. I've been listening to Zodiac Academy on Spotify illegally. I'm on book 5, and things are not looking too good for the star-crossed lovers, and it's getting a bit hard to listen to. I've just got this mouse out again. It completely changes my whole experience using my laptop because using this mouse pad is super slow. So, let me talk about my day. So I was super stressed yesterday because I invited 4 of my amazing musician friends who I think respect their own time and I respect their time. And so I invited them to come and star in my textile piece final photo shoot outcome. And I had no idea how I wanted to present it. And I came home super worried, just wanted to forget all my worries, did sleep for like an hour, got up, sculpted a bit, listened to some podcasts, and then at 11 or 10:50 around, I got up and I recorded voice memos that were able to like compound. So that meant I was able to set myself small little goals. So I talked about, what I have to do, all the different things, and then I broke down the first thing I needed to do. I went off and do it and came back to continue that voice memo. Unfortunately, I was not able to complete that because my storage on my iPad and my phone is completely down, so I'm using my old iPad now here, and hopefully this will be a place where I can rely on for productivity and talking through my thoughts. So let me just rewind to what I've done yesterday and how that was actually super useful. So I just did this quick mind map here. It wasn't the most important bit, but it did help me with some things for my installation wise. So like I did a beginner's guide to installing art, for example, and phase 4 was public interaction, and I really did use the things that I've researched, and it was lighting, sound, and with that I used a speaker, and I brought lamps, and I bought extension cords for today, not yesterday. And I think that was very nice. I also used my mini printer here, which is super useful in recording my artistic visual thoughts. And I've already used them in like this, for example, where I'm just starting to begin to scratch the surface of portraying music via visuals, which has multiple names, and I really love to name things. I think it really makes it easier for me to think about it as a whole. And it can be named as visual music, or what was it? Sound art or something. Wow, I don't. Can't find it. So my plan. Let me just show you my plan here. Something that I really learned yesterday was the importance in planning and designing what I want to do, but also the importance of just raw experimentation. So what happened yesterday was I spent the whole afternoon trying to figure out what to do, so I had like this long piece of paper basically, and I wanted to like curve it so that it would look like it was moving and everything, and I did try that and it was cool. I tried to helix it, was not successful in that, but I did try, and I did like some organic curves that really had no plan to it, and I think that was actually very important, not only as a lesson in which I should probably plan first, but a lesson in which I think experimenting, that phase where I was like just a bit open to whatever, or just trying it straight away without any external forces or external influences like media or artworks I've already seen, is actually quite helpful. And when I came back to do this for an hour yesterday, I felt like I knew what was possible and what was not possible. So getting to know that material and nature was actually important in effectively staging and designing what I actually wanted. And at the end, my design was actually quite simple. And I can't explain why it's that simple because I have already tried to do complex things and it didn't work. So an example of that was like the coiling, the helix thing. Not only didn't it work because I had 2 strings at the top, okay, that's a bit like physicky or whatever, but the main thing that my artwork did not really suit for that was because it wasn't like a 360 view, it was sort of 180. So coiling it would show that other backside that I didn't really want, and without really experiencing it, too much thought is not, I don't like that. So I think just doing that hands-on and finding that out is actually quite useful. So let me show you my plan that I did at 11 p.m. yesterday. It's this. It's not beautiful. Like I've been seeing Grace's plan and hers are really, really good and I really praise them. She keeps saying them, like I'm starting to get really frustrated because she keeps saying that, no they're not, no, blah, 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 blah. And girl, I know you know that your thing is good. And it's getting annoying. I'm trying to glaze you and all you're getting, whatever. Anyway, I started writing something. It didn't really work out, so I started to draw. I searched an image and I tried to do this on the wall. It didn't work. And then this was the final plan. It's my 4 fellow people just sitting there, and I think I'll put that. So the lesson is, method-wise, it's actually quite important to just go hands-on without really educating yourself first, because I think that's kind of a cool way to learn. And then once I feel that frustration, because repeat after me, says Larry, Bella, / Larry, don't deserve happiness. That's probably not something I should repeat, because it's quite negative. Anyway, it raises up a red flag. Yeah. Anyway, what are we going to do today? So I'm going to just try and organize. No. So the things I want to do today is I want to start my 3rd person, which will be a smaller person, and I'll have to decide which model that will be. I think that will be pretty easy. And then that would be just something like in the background that I do. So that's a bit lower tier, as I was saying. And one thing that I might want to be careful or be wary of is why today was so successful was because I had set only one goal for myself, and I gave myself a lot of time. And I think that was what made the outcome actually super good. Like, I gave myself, I thought I would take up the whole time, but I ended up, finishing 2 hours before, and that left me, maybe an optional time to just do other stuff. But I actually chose to continue working on it at a reasonable pace that wasn't, like, rushing me. And so I thought of quite good ideas, and I was able to really push the little details and refine whatever I wanted. It wasn't like the most perfect, amazing thing, but it was really, really good, up to a great level of great standard. And I think just giving myself enough time and simplifying or just getting one important task done is maybe a way to go. But if today is more chill, I think I'll just do whatever. The other thing I need to do is I need to prepare for P-Best's lesson tomorrow, which is at 12, and I have not done anything for her yet, which is a bit worrisome. Oh. I just deleted my extension. My extensions. Okay. Let me just open my Notion first. Give me a second. Okay, guys, so my fancy microphone needs some charging. So I have opened my Notion planner, and we're just going to go to our Art Vorm project. I've not visited this since Saturday. So, let's see. Saturday, June 6th. Anything due? No. So let's just read all the notes that I've made after class. So, artist, we have touched on 3 artists. That is Nakrop Mumana, and that is important for my music, catharsis, dancing, anatomy sort of thing that I'm doing in A-levels. Okay, and then we have Pinkman, which is this very, he's like a photographer who edits in this guy's face, this guy into photos, and some of the photos are quite, sensitive. Like, there is dead bodies in them. So that might be a great example of portraying or bringing attention to a subject that would be hard to touch on and wouldn't really maybe be sensitized. Because it's just not something we see every day. And then the important one, which will progress my research on this title that I'm working on, which was my perception of being a doctor, and now people who would be a good doctor in my eyes, is Cindy Sherman, and she is also a photographer, and I need to branch off her concept of imagined characters by firstly reading about her. And I gave myself a very handy link. Wow, I knew that I would find it difficult, so I gave myself a link. Okay. And then some action points is I can start my DIB Museum exhibition review, which is really nice. I think tomorrow in the afternoon I'll be able to go and see a MOOC and see a Thai traditional contemporary art museum. I don't know if it's contemporary, I don't know if it's traditional, but it is full of Thai artists. And I'll I'll be seeing that. People have really recommended that. I don't know why. My teacher has said that their work is very skill-based, and they are absolutely very skilled. So we'll see some skilled things, which will also help my A-level coursework, which is really nice. So I have, just a side note, I right now have quite some things to juggle. As we said, we never have too many tasks. It's just that we have not broken them down, actually. We have too little tasks. So I have going to Mocha, going to PBS, I have Amara's birthday celebration in the morning tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to go sleep early. It's 9:45, so I think I still have time. And then I have the whole of Sunday to prepare for my art exam, but also start writing my personal statement and start doing EPQ, and that's it. And Tuesday I'll be able to just stay at home and do nothing. Maybe. Okay, but that's not important yet. So DIB Museum Exhibition Review is not important yet. But the bigger important thing is write down interview goals. Let's start with big ideas. Interview medical friends with 4 questions. I made a paper. I did this. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do that. So we're gonna hold off on that. And then I did ask Akia for her photos, but it wasn't enough. So I'll quickly send them to Bess right now. Please hold. Please hold. So she just texted me. Ew. I hate that passive emoji, and I keep using it. I hate that emoji. You see this? That emoji? I hate that. So, I hate that. See you tomorrow. She sent me a sticker, so I have to respond with a sticker. She gave me a smiley face. Okay, guys, I got a bit distracted. So I asked Nadia for photos. I can do that, yay! But I have to do it again, I think. How do you cross it out? Green it. Color, green, text. Okay, so write down interview. Not yet. I have to do that. Color, red. Okay. DIB Museum, I'll put it as yellow because I can do it later. Turn color, and we're gonna do it yellow. Okay, and then websites. So we have this UCAS website that we've touched, and Mocha, and MoMA. Please, okay, not yet. And then next steps, photographs using detail from interviews. Haven't done that. Adopt what style, setting, lab, and possession. Clarify what photos asked Nadia for. None. Oof. And then we have to do Cindy Sherman. Okay, I know what we're gonna do. So for her, we're gonna research Cindy Sherman to just get some information on her so that I can. It's time to lock in. So I need to find an artist for my observation study tomorrow, and I'll start with Cindy Sherman and I'll see where she takes me. I think I will want to learn about what she was trying to build with her concept and how she realized that. But I'm starting, and I think initially that I might not realize her idea in the same way. I think that's what we're supposed to be doing as artists. And I don't know why I'm being so like, oh, this is right, this is wrong. Because artists, our jobs aren't that serious. But okay. So yeah, and then I'll try to find another artist who will fit the style of these photographs, these videos of people in the emergency room, which is like, that look like they have a lot of trouble breathing. So, nah, I just made that face because it's supposed to be a bit of a sensitive topic. But I want to say something. Within this project, I want to start on the idea of being randomly born into privilege versus poverty. So that's something quite nice to think about. Artist, action points, website, next steps, clarify, before lesson. Okay. So we said we're going to do Cindy Sherman, and then we're going to make some notes on her. Page, artist analysis, Cindy Sherman. You're gonna want an emoji, because emojis are always nice. Woman artist, man artist, artist, woman artist. That's cool. Interview. I've just been yapping for 20 minutes. So this is what I've done. Oh goodness. So for Saturday of June, before lesson, within this project, I want to bring it up to her, but I know that sometimes she can go a bit on a tangent, so I don't know if I should bring it up now, but within this project, I want to scratch on the idea of, other than just being a mannequin and being a good person and doing all these stuff for the community and everything, I want to scratch on this idea of being randomly born into privilege versus poverty, and this might deal with some things with, like, if I want to link it to hospital, it might be because, like, I've seen how people can struggle financially to pay their hospital debts, bills. And before lesson, I also want to search quickly ways to progress development of art project, UAL, because now I have sort of two main streams to go on, and that's the primary observations and PTUP's, sort of community work and how I might translate that, and how, like, she said she saw, like, a vision of, like, people sleeping. Just a collection of people sleeping, so that might be interesting. And so, some things that I want to probably communicate during the lesson is, one thing is definitely begin primary observations using artist inspiration. And so I'm going to have to, for that artist inspiration, I'm going to have to use Cindy Sherman as an example and then find another artist that interests me. So that might take a while, but we'll find. And then we'll just start this. I'll make the armature, I'll choose a person, I'll make the armature, and then I'll go shower, and then I'll open some music, I'll go shower, and then we'll come right back and do this.